How? How are we doing, everybody? Let's go. Let's go. Week 2 of the NFL is here. Sheeno Rising in the building. Oh, my goodness. Why is that the first name I see? Good gracious. Dark Crystal, Skinner, Sherrill, Jix, Consistency. What up? That would be YouTube giving you the gift, Sheeno, but that would be Mr. Gifty Wifty. Tweak Pat would have gifted you that. YouTube picked you for some reason because YouTube is drunk. How's everybody doing? Let's go. Hit the like, hit the share. You know the drill. It's football time. And if you're not ready for football, I don't know what to tell you at this point. I can't get your blood boiling. I can't put blood into your veins because I'm no doctor. You want a dog check, Brian? I got you. Let me get you a dog check. Dog check. I got you. We're going to jump right into it. No hitting the brake pad or pads, however you want to say it. How do we feel coming off the loss to the Dallas Cowboys 33-17 last Sunday? If you haven't been on this show before, we always do a recap from 1 to 10. How do you feel? 1, I'm okay. I'm relaxed. I'm cool. I'm ready for week 2. Let's rebound. Let's collect ourselves and let's get a win. Or I'm a 10. I'm ready to jump off a cliff after week 1. I feel like the season is over. I can't recollect myself. Help me, Corey. Talk me off the ledge. Are you a 1 or are you a 10? Let me know in the chat. Let's get it popping. Are you a 1 or are you a 10? Let me know in the chat. 1 or a 10? Consistency, what up? Stephanie, how are you doing? Off the grid, what up? Lamar, how you doing? AAA, no starting tackles. So Jack Conklin is officially out. I seen him as questionable. I was crossing my fingers. Like, dear God, please let him play. But I guess he's not. Depressed, the game ruined your mood. For the entire week, Jix, were you depressed? So I take it you're at a 10, Jix? 10? No Willis or Conklin? First question, a lot of people say in the NFL. Robert, we're not talking about that right now. Come on, Robert. Get a wait. 10 for Robert. I don't know if they're going to suspend him, Robert. I'm not psychic. I have no clue. Robert's at a 10. Stephanie's at a 5. So, Stephanie, you're midway. Robert wants to know who's going to replace Deshaun Watson. I don't know. I don't think he's going to get suspended, by the way. But that's here nor there. That's here nor there. We do have to do something about our O-line. Tweak Pat, Mr. Gifty Wifty's at a 3. Mr. Gifty Wifty. I don't know if you've seen the Patreon Q&A, but that's your new name. Mr. Gifty Wifty. I should be at a 10 if that had been us. Oh, Sheeno, you'd be at a 10. Brian, you're at a 7. I am always the same after a week 1 game. No matter if it's 34-31 or if it's 34-6. That's the winning side or the losing side. I'm at about a 2. Maybe a 3. I'm not ready to jump off a cliff. I always say, it's 1 game. It's not the end of the season. We've went through this before in 2020 when we got stumped 34-6, I believe. We talked about it the other day during the stream by the Baltimore Ravens. And we were sitting right here. Everybody was losing their mind. The season's over. What are we going to do? Baker sucks. Stefanski sucks. Everybody sucks. The season's done. And we know what happened in 2020. So I'm at a 2, maybe a 3. The offense sucked. The offense stunked. But the season is not over. I'm not at a 10. I'm not ready to jump off a cliff. And there goes Mr. Gifty Wifty. There he is. Mr. Gifty Wifty. My Thank you, Tweak Pat. I appreciate you, man. Mr. Gifty Wifty. Scott from Florida, congratulations. I heard the Browns are wanting Eli to come out of retirement. Well, we really want to suck, don't we? We really want to suck if we want Eli to come out of retirement. That's the Manning you pick? Eli? Eli? Give me the one from Texas. Give me Peyton. Eli? We're going to be trash forever. But I'm at a 3, maybe a 2. I'm not ready to jump off. But that's just me. As you all are coming in to the show, if you didn't know, 1 o'clock, Browns, Jags, Trevor Lawrence, Deshaun Watson. Scott, you just got a gifty wifty from Tweak Pat. Congratulations. Make sure you're here. Watch Party Extraordinaire. We're going to have fun. It's going to be exciting. Jump in, strap in. Now, we have a new segment coming up. We haven't done this before. So after the, we always talk about who's going to be the big dog of the week. And we pick the big dog of the week. Sometimes we're right, sometimes we're wrong. But we didn't win. So we are starting a new segment on the show. I talked about it during the offseason, if you remember, if you come to the offseason streams. We're going to talk about who was the little dog of the week. Who did show up? Who we thought were going to show up. Put it in the chat. Who is your little dog of the week? And the little dog of the week has its own sound effect. Here we go. That's what a little dog sounds like. I'll play it again. So, ladies and gentlemen, get your little dog of the week in the chat. Who did not show up? Who's your little dog of the week? Boy, that dog sounds pathetic. Oh, man. Who is your little dog of the week? Let me know in the chat. Get it in. Get it in. Watson, Cooper, Watson, Amari Cooper, Coop. This isn't going how I thought it was going to go down. Deshaun is not out. He is playing. Ford, DW Ford. Gotta be Garrett. Sounds like a TJ Watt supporter. Watson, Ford, the offense. Okay. All right. And there's your little dog sound effect. That bark. Watson, Ford, Kyle McCord. You got that. Say it again. Kyle McCord is definitely a little dog of the week. That guy. All right, so we got a little mixed bag of who the little dog of the week is. I'm quite surprised, honestly. I thought we all would say one person. You guys have tricked me today. You guys have tricked me. I thought you all were going to say Watson, Hudson, Cook the Capo, Hudson, little dog of the week. You gotta love it. You gotta love that dog giving it its all. Giving it its all. Bark one more time for me. That's a tough little bark. My little dog of the week is Deshaun Watson. You all had great picks there. And I am utterly shocked that there was more than Watson. You guys said Cooper, Jerome Ford, very good pick. The entire offense, the entire organization. I agree with all of that. But I'm going with Deshaun Watson, and here's why. After looking at some of the game and rewatching it and looking at Kurt Warner breaking down some film, he missed some throws last week that were there. It wasn't all on the offensive line last week. And I keep a spade, a diamond, a club. Now I'm talking cards. He just didn't show up when we needed him to be there. He did not look like the Deshaun we want to be. So if we're talking about big dogs, if we're talking about main cats, being a cat or being a dog, let's call it a dog, being that main person, Deshaun comes to mind when it comes to week 1 because we were playing the Dallas Cowboys in prime time. America's team, Fox. There was like 2 games on, us and I believe the Buccaneers. Everybody was watching us. And we laid an egg. So I'm going to put it on the feet of Deshaun Watson. I don't think he was my big dog last week. I think I picked Myles Garrett. But a lot of people picked Deshaun Watson. Myles Garrett was making plays. He was getting triple teamed. But Deshaun didn't make enough plays for me. So he wins my big dog. No, little dog. Sorry. Little dog of the week. But yes, new segment. If they lose, we're picking a little dog. If they win, we're going to pick our big dog of the week. The whole defense, that's not fair, Robert. I think we're being too hard on the defense. They lived on the field. I want people to try and stop an NFL offense if you're on the field the entire game because your offense stinks. In my opinion. I believe they'll come out and win the day. If they come out and play like they did last week, Cleveland will lose their collective minds and fall into Lake Erie. Watson has to be the little dog. Speaking of dogs, I'm sick as a dog today. Get better, Rob. I guess the whole team. Happy Sunday, chat. Watching from work today. Django, what up? What up, Nathan? Why don't we give Foreman the ball? I hate watching Ford and his terrible vision run. Give him up soon. And he's touched with a pinky dude that has no strength. Lovey Marie. What up, James? You're late. You like the new segment, Tweet Pat? Thank you. Myles Garrett was also playing with a foot injury. Facts. Hopefully he's great today. Rob, I guess he's out. Multiple people said that both tackles are out today. I knew Wills was out and Conklin was questionable, but I've had people say that both of them are out today. So it is what it is, I guess. Big Dollar C, says Lovey Marie. So that is the little dog segment we're going to bring in today. And now we're going to get into the next topic. I told you, we're rolling today. We're rolling. Catch the train. Hit the like when you come into the chat, please. Hit that like button. Please hit the like button for me. It's not hard, and it's easy, and it's free. That's a free way to support. Just hit that like button when you come into the chat. That's right. No left tackle or right tackle again, Rob. Rob, take some medicine. I know you're sick, but it's going to make you sick again when I tell you no left tackle or right tackle again. Big Dollar C. How much pressure is on Deshaun Watson today from 1 to 10? You're like, this is a pregame show. Why do we have to answer so many questions? Because you are the pregame show. You come into a stream, this stream, you are the show. You guys should feel great. When you come into a stream of mine, you're working. From 1 to 10, how much pressure is on Deshaun Watson today? Is it 1? Oh, you know what? I like him. If he does bad, I'll give him a pass. Or is it 10? You better show up or I'm going to go crazy. How much pressure is on him today? No left tackle, no right tackle, no David Njoku. Whoever says something about Jerome Ford has no vision. He has no strength. Put in Deonta Foreman. 1 to 10, let me know in the chat. Triple, that's a good question. How many games has Conklin played? Somebody, let me know. That's a very good question. We are paying him to do nothing. Let's see here. He was watching a dude make a table out of a tree stump. Big guy at right and Hudson at left tackle. That doesn't bode well. That sucks. Watson better be way more decisive. Drew, very good point. He has to be decisive, Drew. He cannot hold on to that football. 10, 11, a lot, 10, 9. I'm sharing you every week on Facebook, too. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate you. Shane 10, Jix 10, Robert 8.5, Robert 1. I think he does care, Rob. I think he does care. I'm not going to say he does not care. That I will disagree. I don't think he doesn't care. I just think he needs to make better decisions. I won't go and I think everybody that goes out on that football field, basketball court, hockey, tennis, horse racing, whatever professional sport they play, they care. Now, we might not like their performance. That's a different story. 10, 1,000. Oh, no, that's 10,000. 11, 5. Chief, he said he doesn't care. I don't agree with that. We may not like his performance, but I think he cares. I don't think any professional athlete would go through all that practice, all that running to not care. 37 games in 4 seasons? Holy crap. Wow. That's interesting. Jack Conklin. Poor guy. Doesn't have any pressure. He's got still pressure. Dak has pressure, and he's the highest quarterback paid in the NFL. You go call a Dallas fan and say, oh, does Dak have pressure since he's making $200 and whatever, $60 million now? Is there any pressure on Dak Prescott? They'll be like, excuse me, he better win. The more money you make, the more pressure you have. Like Notorious B.I.G. said, more money, more problems. More money, more problems. Bars. So I see a lot of pressure. A couple people say he doesn't care. I disagree, but we're all entitled to our opinions. More money you got, more problems that you have. And I am on the side of 10. Somebody said 10,000. I think that was AAA. There is all the pressure on Deshaun Watson today. And if you came to the stream we had on Thursday, I believe, or was it Friday? I don't know what day I streamed. It's terrible. I think it was Friday. All the pressure is on Deshaun Watson. And here's why. You got people that think you don't care. You got people that think that since you got a lot of money, it doesn't matter. And then you got people like me. I have been defending Browns players as it's my job, as if I get paid a lot of money to do it. I don't. Not a lot at all. But I defend them like a badge of honor. They come through the team. I defend them. I wear it as a shield. And sometimes I'm called like I'm too nice. But then you have off-field distractions that are getting on my nerves as I defend you. So all the pressure is on you now because now you have people like me that you better show up and I don't care anymore. Left tackle down, right tackle down, backup cheerleaders, the water boys got the sniffles. I don't care. You've got to show up and show out at this point. I was going to give him to week 6 this year. But now that another allegation is here, I didn't up my time frame to week 2. You got to show up. All the pressure is on Deshaun Watson. It's kind of like a star basketball player, right? Nobody cares if LeBron James isn't playing well. They go, it's all your fault when you lose. If you drop 40 and you lose, you suck. It's the same now with Deshaun Watson. He has got to get this team to win, and he has got to play well. Nobody's going to care if the Browns win this game and they win 3-0. They're still going to be upset because we only scored 3 points. What are we doing? All the pressure's on Deshaun Watson. If we win, they're going to say, well, it's about time you did something. If we lose, like AAA said, everybody's going to jump in Lake Erie with no clothes on. It's going to be a scary sight. And I don't want to be there. So the pressure is 10. 10 out of 10. In my opinion. But is my opinion right? Some would say it is. Some would say it's not. That's why it's an opinion. But that's just me. I had to watch the ads since Corey said the part of the creators getting paid, so it took longer. Well, I just said watch my ads. if you don't want to watch theirs, it doesn't affect me unless you like them. Ain't that so mean? I was hoping they would trade Conklin in the offseason. I like the guy, but we have been paying him to sit the couch instead of giving him an extension. If Watson didn't care, he wouldn't have finished the Baltimore game. Very good point, Jix. Very good point. He had an ankle injury that game, too, if nobody remembers. Bars, Dak has pressure from just being a Dallas quarterback. That's a Dallas fan. He would know. Put that on top of getting $200+ million he just got. Highest paid quarterback in the league. Pressure intensified. I think our first and second picks next year should be O-line. He could lose the locker room if he is atrocious today. That's a good opinion. I think if he plays bad this week, next week he will be in 11. I think they will give him a couple more weeks to prove himself. He isn't the guy he was when he played in Houston. I think that guy is gone, to be honest. I don't think he has to be that guy for the Browns to be good, though. I give DW a pass for last week since his father passed away unexpectedly, but he needs to show up and show up. That's a very good point. His father did pass away last week, and that could attribute to some of his bad play. Very good point. Jags are missing 2 starting corners today. There's no way our offense doesn't shine. Didn't know that. Thank you. Yes, says Jonathan. Hopefully Watson can't swim when the Erie... We are not wishing death on this channel. We are not wishing death, because if you can't swim, you know what happens. If the Cowboys ever cut that kicker, we should sign him. They will not cut that kicker. Best kicker in the league. Cool Breeze, why did you tell me about him? Thank you. You are finally feeling that we have felt since day one. Too many distractions. The kid I've been training in my crane is a Jags fan. I really need Watson to care for us to win. He does care. Why do y'all not say he cares? He cares. Playing bad and not caring is 2 different things. He cares. He just didn't play well. He just didn't play well. Yeah. But I think the pressure is 10. 10. 10. Shino, take a nap. Go take a nap. Boswell is not better than Justin Tucker and not better than that Dallas kicker. That Dallas kicker is on a whole nother level. Cool Breeze didn't warn me. Our defense has to put pressure on Lawrence early today and often. Down to these 4 starters. Can we really put this all on Watson? I'm not putting it all on Watson, but you know how fans are, Brandy. They don't care. They don't. So it's a 10. We don't use logic at all. If you think they do, let me know. Please. But I do think it's a 10. I didn't know their corners are out. And I did see Tua threw for 300+ yards on this defense last week. So that is very encouraging when looking at this game. Very encouraging. Our defense has to put pressure on Lawrence early today and often. So just remember, folks, if you haven't already, make sure you're here. 1 o'clock. Browns, Jags, CBS, and Corey on Sports. Livest watch party in the nation. I don't know. I just say it because we are entertainment. That is our new slogan. Brandy, if you didn't know, now you know. Shino Rising and Robert Leith. Who missed 2 kicks? Dallas kicker didn't miss 2 kicks. I was there. He didn't miss anything. I had to watch him. Annoy me. So, Patreon question from my guy Consistency. Patreon question. One of the perks from being a Patreon member. Depending on your tier, you can submit questions for the show. Also, my phone just dropped. If you are a Patreon member, you will be part of the biggest giveaway on this channel. Link in the description if you want to be part of the Patreon family. I'm opening the page now so I can read the question verbatim because I suck and I can't remember things. I shortened the question. But, Patreon question. Due to the offense poor performance, how much pressure is on the defense this week? Do they have pressure at all? The offense stunk last week. Therefore, People said the defense was trash. I had people saying the defense was the little dog of the week. Is there pressure on this defense? How much pressure on the defense this game? How much? Yes, you did. Check your inbox. You know who I'm talking to. Down at least 4 starters. I read that one. 2 missed kick. I read that one. But he made a 66-yarder. CBS isn't showing the game for me. Really? What happened to the discussion lineup at the right? Changing formats. That is the old format. Newer, new, improved. More me. More me is the theory of this year. The theme of this year. More me, more me. 6, a lot. They definitely need to show up. I say 7. We've always been more defensive team. I think they always feel pressure to a degree. I say 6 out of 10. I need to see some joke today. The whole team has pressure. They have told them down so we can have a chance even if we play bad. They have to hold them down. Okay. So I'm seeing some pressure on the defense. Gotcha. I'm seeing a little mixed bag here. A mixed bag. Some pressure, a little bit of pressure. The entire team has pressure. I'm going to say this. The defense doesn't have as much pressure as Deshaun Watson. From a fan base perspective, not as much pressure as Deshaun Watson does. Nobody in the NFL has as much pressure as Deshaun Watson. I don't think it's even capable. I don't think there's a human being in life that has more pressure at their job right now than Deshaun Watson. If you know one, please put them in the chat because I want to shake their hand. I don't think anybody in life right now at their job, professional job, has more pressure than Deshaun Watson. But I will say this. As part of football, they have a lot of pressure because right now our offense stinks. It stinks after 1 week. We don't know what happens this week. They may turn it around. But the pressure is we're on the road. We don't know what defense is going to show up. Because last year on the road, if we remember, we weren't the same defense we were at home. That's a fact. You could look it up. You can Wikipedia it. You can Google it. You can Yahoo it. You can Bing it. And you can ask Jeeves. You remember Ask Jeeves? If you do, put it in the chat. So from a football perspective, I say there's a lot of pressure on this defense. You got to prove that you have improved on the road, and you may have to pick up the slack for this offense that has not shown up so far. I know it's 1 week. I know, but I'm just going off the data that I have on my data plan that is unlimited. I have unlimited data. Unlimited data. Okay? So, my data is correct from week 1. So they have to make up for that, and they have to make up for their road woes from last year. They know it. The last time they were on the road, C.J. Stroud was picking them apart in the first half. They kind of cleaned it up in the second half, and we all know the story what happened in the second half. We're not going to rehash that. So can they prove to us they're ready to be road warriors? You let me know. So I say a lot of pressure on this defense to step up, especially today. 9, D has to play well to win and compensate for that pathetic O-line play. I want to see 3 sacks today and at least 7 hurried passes. I don't know how people can blame our defense for the Dallas loss, says AAA. Every time the Cowboys got the ball, they were already in scoring. Very good point, AAA. And do you know how many field goals the defense held them to? A lot. You know why, Cool Breeze? Because I remember that kicker you got, who was ridiculous. Kevin Lawrence Stefanski has way more pressure. Okay, Brandy, you threw his middle name in there, and I did not know his middle name is Lawrence. Why do you say he has more pressure? Are you saying he's on the hot seat already after winning Coach of the Year? Good point, Corey. Good point, AAA. Good point, AAA. Oh, AAA getting love in the chat. You remember Ash Jeeves? I think Boricaz may have had one average punt last week, but did great the others. What up, Bosco? Why can't we rehash it? Rehash what? Ooh, yeah. What about rehashing, Shino? I've been through a lot right now. You know we had a bad week when we're talking about how good the punter did. Cooper was held in the first quarter. They were showing it on the sports shows. Cooper dropped a touchdown pass, too. You can see I'm still haunted by that. Hit the like when you come in. Hit that like button. Like. Just like it. I don't know what else to say. RD is solid. No worries about them. Rob, I'm glad you don't have any worries. Rob, first of all, I hope you're feeling better. Second of all, can you slide some of that no worries my way? Because I have some concerns. Because they're on the road. Yo, it's the Browns. It's a win for the Browns. DJ Milk, how you doing? All right. So just in case you forgot, the Browns come on at 1 o'clock. They play Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence and the crew coming off a loss to the Dolphins. Browns coming off a loss to the Cowboys. So that means it's two teams needing a win badly. 1 o'clock. CBS. I don't know what's showing in your area. It's showing at my area. If you can't get the game, you're at the second best place to be. It's here if you can't watch it. Bring back Bartholomew? Yes, he did. He should be chewed out for it. Are you feeling impressed with Jerry Jeudy? I wasn't impressed with anybody last week, Nathan. Not one person impressed me on offense. Not one. I wasn't impressed with anything on offense last week. He did catch a touchdown pass, though. Washington stayed in the pocket and took a hit by the D tackle, and Cooper dropped it. Man, that was his best throw of the day. You don't got worries with either? You know what, Shino? You shouldn't have worries. Go watch your team play cupcakes, okay? You guys got another cupcake today. What is it, a birthday party for the Steelers? Just cupcakes all over the place. Cupcakes and cookies. Don't start with me, Shino. How you doing, my guy? You know it's all love. All right. Now let's get into the part that I think we probably will all agree with together. I could be wrong. Does Deshaun Watson's off-the-field issues affect this football team? Now, we all know they're going to ask, and I see some answers from Grant Delpit and Amari Cooper, and it's the right answer. Grant Delpit said, I got his back. That's my quarterback. Amari Cooper said something like, I'm a veteran, and I was taught something. I don't remember what he said, but it was a nice answer. Does Deshaun Watson's off-the-field issues affect this team? Because they're going to be asked about it every single day until the end of time, until it is resolved. Or are they professional? They understand what's happening here, and they're just going to move along, like eating some good Honey Nut Cheerios. What am I talking about? I don't know. I'm reading some comments because I'm here. I think Stefanski has to repeatedly game plan with multiple injuries at key position for the last 2 years. That itself is a lot. Brandy. Very good point. I didn't know where you were going with that. Way to circle back. That's why I asked the question. I don't want to assume. And that was a very astute point. Don't ask me to spell that word because I can't. Very good point, Brandy. I like it. Hard to evaluate how good Jeudy is since Washington didn't have time to pass the ball. Bo Nix about to make Deontay Jackson look like prime Deion Sanders. Bo Nix. Yes. Last week I drove from Alabama to Cleveland to host a barbecue open today. Let's just say the food was great. Ooh, okay, Bosco. No, he's had issues for years, and we've been going to the playoffs. Yes. Absolutely same way Big Ben's did. Did you just bring up Big Ben, Chino Rising? I think you just wanted to say him because you miss him being your quarterback. I think you wanted to throw him in there because you miss him being your quarterback. You miss number 7. You miss him. But I see what you're going with that. Just messing with you. Hell yes, it does. By the way, the Joker's replacement, Akins, has a good history with DW4. I believe he'll be okay there. It affects him. How can you go out and play every week with all of this hanging over your head, pressure on him every week since it started? I meant his team, not him, Robert, his teammates. I know it affects him, but his teammates. Nick Chubb should still forge uniform and suit up. No one will never realize. Really, Jix? You don't think they will? Like Miles wrecking his Porsche, Watson is good on the field. Oh, man. I do miss him. Okay. So I do believe it affects this team. I do. How could it not? How could it not? Listen, they can say all of the politically correct things they can. And I think they will because they're professionals. But going into every week knowing that you're going to be asked something about Deshaun Watson's off the field issues, it's going to happen at least one time, has to be annoying, first of all, and draining. If I only want to talk about football as a person that yells on the mic and who is not important at all, I am not an important person. Nobody cares about me. Have me ask the same repeated questions, especially if you lose, has to get annoying. Think about this. You lose to Dallas, and now you're getting asked about Deshaun Watson's off the field stuff. I could care less is what I would want to say. I'm trying to make sure I don't lose against Jacksonville, and I got to answer off the field questions about Deshaun Watson. Now, if you win the game, it's not going to be as taxing. I'm off a win. I feel good. Shake my shoulders. Sure, I'll answer the question. But the more you lose, the more agitated you're going to get with answering questions. Now, I know they're paid millions of dollars. It comes with the job. And I get it. But still, it has to be annoying after a while just to answer these questions week after week after week. So, my answer, it affects them. Now, will it affect their play? Will they play worse? I don't know. Hopefully not. But it has to affect them because they are answering questions about another man's off the field's transgressions. Now you can tell me how wrong I am. Because usually I am. It doesn't affect them. They want to go out and win. Why would it affect the defense? I said the team, not just the defense. So it means the offense too. Doesn't matter who the QB is. We don't have OTs who can pass block. The defense has to stay on the field a lot more if Watson can't put up a drive together. How much do you want to bet Watson is going to get? Okay. I'm glad I stopped reading that comment. I'm glad. My heart just almost jumped out my soul. Heard they may try to get back Harrison Bryant. Team that picked him up, drafted a tight end, and signed another one. Harrison Bryant. He didn't do much for me. We'll see. Corey, breaking news. Jaguars tired Ingram. Ooh, injured his. Oh, no. I don't want anybody injured. That is not good. But that dude's a stud. Come on, you're reporting to us. Thank you, AAA. But you know what I meant in tongue-in-cheek. In the NFL world, I'm not important. That's what I meant as far as that goes. It affects everyone in the Browns organization, to be honest. Chris Rock head of the state. We got tired of the scandal, so we got our own. Watson needs a better team. So that's just my opinion. Is it right? Is it wrong? I don't know. You didn't have to delete the comment, Robert. Like, it's just, we all know you got those outlanders who, like I said, listen, they miss their exes that divorced them, and they just want to talk about them. I don't know. I will never understand it. Of course it does. Yes. I find it funny the Browns can deal with the QB injury better than an injury to a tackle. What is going on with that with Conklin and Wills? Like, are they close to coming back? Conklin was questionable, so I guess he's close. But has anybody heard anything on Wills? Is he even close? Somebody talk to me. Somebody talk to me. Talk to me. Yeah, you didn't have to delete it, Robert. I thank you though. And it's not that about, like, I have no problem with Baker, right? I really don't. It's just the love affair and the feel to have to talk about it every week. Like, just go watch the Buccaneers. If you love him that much, buy a jersey, go to sleep in it, take a shower in it, pour some cologne in it, and you're good. I think it does, because if you're watching your supposed leader being distracted and not fully there, it can affect your play. Very good point. I haven't liked Wills from the start. A lot of people have felt that way, Nathan, about Jedrick Wills. But I think he's our best option at this point, so I want him to play. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before the next topic, Browns, Jags, 1 o'clock, CBS, YouTube. You know the drill. Maybe Paramount Plus. I don't know. I'm trying to give you ways you can watch the game or you can react with me. Doing both is the best way to me, because you can see it and then see me go crazy. It is what it is. You like that one, Cook? I'm just saying, Cook. I'm just saying. I don't have a problem with him. I really don't. It's just his fans make me want to just dive in traffic with my eyes closed. Is this a must-win for the Cleveland Browns, ladies and gentlemen? Is this a must-win game? When I say must-win, if you lose, it's a wrap. That's what I mean by must-win game. Is it a must-win for the Browns? There's no right or wrong answer here. It's just opinion. I want to get the pulse of the chat. So when I go into this watch party, I want to know. What is the pulse? Is it a must-win? If they lose, we're done. Cooked. Like scrambled eggs. Or, I mean, if we lose, I'm devastated, but it's still a long season. We still have a chance. Or we're cooked like fried chicken. Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Is this a must-win game for the Cleveland Browns? In Florida, it's on CBS. It's going to show the Ravens and Raiders on CBS for me. Where are you at, Nathan? Where are you located? Where's the Raiders and the Raiders and the Ravens? Laugh aloud. I do both. Watch but listen to you for reactions. Yes. What happened to that dude Ohio State drafted? What happened to his case? What happened to his case? That's a very good question. Anybody know? Let me know in the chat. What happened to his case with the whole domestic violence thing? What happened to Michael Hall? Anybody remember what happened to it? I didn't hear anything else about it. Very good question, Robert. What up, CK? CK, why do you always leave me, Curtis? Why do you always leave me? You always leave me. How you doing, man? Thank you for wishing me luck. Oh, no, it's not a wrap if we lose. Every win's a must win. It's important because we only have a certain number of easier games, and this is one of them. Now, you think this is an easy game, Jacksonville? In the playoffs a year ago, and we're on the brink of getting there last year? This is a fringe playoff team. You think this is an easy game? Final prediction, Browns 9, Jags 10. I think it is. The Jags are a very beatable team this year. We don't usually struggle against them. They have players out, same as us. I think we can pull this one out. No. What up, Cool Jedi? SoCal in the house. Must win for DW. But we got the Browns. But we got this Browns fans. Go Browns. No, it's not a must win for the Browns. However, it may very well be must win for DW4. I like that. No. Oh my God, it's only the second game. I don't think it's a must win, but I would love a win. It's a must win, says Tommy. I think it's a must win in order to build confidence in the team, says Lovey Marie. You're in Southern Ohio. That's weird, Nathan, that you get Raiders. But it's not a wrap if we lose. I get to see the Vikings and 49ers win or go home. Yes, you have to win. And when Chubb comes back, we'll be better. Agrees to AAA. As much as Watson has been a complete trash, I really don't think Watson is the answer. I'm not sold on him. It's a fair opinion. Facts, the Browns haven't started. I don't know how anybody could be sold on Deshaun Watson, if we're being honest. That is a fair opinion. Fair. That's fair. Facts, the Browns haven't started 0-2 under Stefanski. Hall should be cleared next week. NFL might suspend him. Thank you, Cook. Appreciate you. Go Browns, watching but at work. What up, Janine? So, I don't think it's a must-win, but I like the answers I've seen. It's not a must-win. Must-wins to me means if you lose, you're out. But I like what AAA said and what somebody else said too. I think it was it Stephanie or Lovey Marie? I don't know. You go down 0-2, that confidence starts to hit the gutter. You win, that confidence builds up, and it's a morale booster. But I think it's a must-win for Deshaun Watson. That's a fact to me. As a team, you go 0-2, you're still in it. You're not mathematically out. I know the percentage to getting to the playoffs is a lot worse than when you're 1-1. A tough AFC, I get it, but it's not the end. It's not the end. But for DW4, Deshaun Watson, 90% of the fan base doesn't like you. Let's call a spade a spade. It is what it is. He can say all the right things. I mean, I like the fans and blah, blah, yeah. Wow, that's nice. But 90% of the fan base does not like you. It is what it is. You just have to read the book and read it correctly. They don't. You can fix that with playing well and getting wins. And then they still might not like you, and it is what it is. But I think it's a must-win for him. Going 0-2, and if you stink again, holy crap, I would have cried just thinking about it. So I think it's a must-win for him, but it's not a must-win for the team. I know that sounds weird, but that's just what I think. Let's see here. At the first of the season, all the experts said our first 4 were easier games on our schedule. Man, they ain't no experts to me then. What the heck? Dallas easy? Jacksonville easy? Now, Giants, I can see that, but Dallas and Jacksonville? I believe it is. Can start 0-2 history. It's 11% chance. Thank you, Mike. 11%? I'm not too excited with Deshaun Watson going out there. Why aren't you excited, Jeff? Why aren't you excited? I'm not excited either, by the way, but I just want to know why you're not. I'm not dripping with joy right now for what I've seen last week, but I think it can be turned around. I'm not jumping out of my chair. I'm nervous, if I'm being honest. I'm really nervous. If you have no faith in Watson, that's a fair point. You are late. How you doing, Austin? I know I'm late. You're late, the Pebble. But there hasn't been updates on Michael Hall's case in a month. It will never bad as the Hugh Jackson days. Remember those days, chat? Hugh Jackson. Fans will like him if he wins. It's the best deodorant. I like that analogy. The best deodorant. If something stinks, put some deodorant on it. All right, Pebble. Did you get your license? Who was driving? No, not Pebble. Austin, did you get your license or something? Driving? Ford needs to ball, no excuses. Maybe getting the Willie Beeman last week wakes him up. It's also a must-win for our defense. You missed Tiaki. Sione Taki. True. Yeah, he was bad. I say no. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to our game picks and our keys to victory, just remember, hit the like button when you came in. I hit the wrong one there. That was not what I was supposed to hit. We know the Browns lost to the Cowboys. Jacksonville and Cleveland, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on CBS. If you have the Raiders and the Ravens showing on CBS, then you can tune in here, and we will guide you through the football game. If you have any other game showing on CBS, we will guide you. But if this game is showing on CBS, then come on through, watch with us, react with us, cry with us, and watch me have a meltdown if a meltdown is the reason that I have one, or watch me be with joy and talk trash. That could happen too. So make sure to tune in. 1 o'clock. Please. His confidence is gone. He was missing wide open receivers last week. Jeff, I don't want to call you Jeff because I don't know if I can call you Jeff. I'm going to call you Jeffrey because that's what it says. I'm respectful of the people's names. Jeffrey, I was watching Kurt Warner's breakdown. I wanted to cry tears for some of the reads he was missing. Now, that could be not enough game reps going in, Jeffrey, not having those live reps. I'm hoping that's what it is. But, man, when you watch something like that, when a professional breakdowns things, Jeffrey, I wanted to cry because he knows more. Kurt Warner knows more football than I would ever know in my lifetime. I was like, sheesh, help me. Good point, Jeffrey. I like it. If he plays like trash, they need to send him home to deal with his legal issues and mental health. I'm working on it, got my permit. Cooper needs to ball out. I picked him in fantasy football. Case was dropped into Michael Hall. Okay. So who wins today? Jags, Browns. Put them in the chat. Put them in the chat and give me your reasoning. What is the keys to victory for Cleveland? What's the keys to victory if you're a Jags fan? There could be a Jags fan in here, just not saying anything right now. Shino Rising's not a Jags fan. He's just a hater, so he doesn't count. You're going to be watching me and the Steelers. You'll be here. All right, Nathan. I hear Hugh Jackson, and my mind goes straight blank. I think there's a mental trigger. I need Corey on Sports Fantasy Football League next year. Y'all want me to go crazy, don't y'all? Y'all want me to – last time I played fantasy football, I couldn't focus on anything. My life went into shambles. Maybe we can do a Patreon or YouTube members fantasy football league, but it's going to have to depend on who will really want to participate because I have no clue how to set things like that up. We'll talk about it. By the way, I live in Springfield, and there's no positive proof of – Robert, stop. We're not talking political here. We will not do that here. Stop it, Robert. 20-10. Browns are going to get the run game going. Browns score 24-17. Jags win 10-9. Okay, Shino, I'm not reading the rest of that because you are wishing bad things on my quarterback. 3 interceptions to get benched. I'm worried. Don't think our defense will hold. Cleveland wins 24-21. Miles has to be the big dog. I like it. Big dog Miles. Okay. All right. All right. Let me turn this music off for a second so you guys can hear the big dog. Let me turn my sounds up a little bit here. Music's going to go off now. It's serious time. Big dog of the week, Myles Garrett. I'm too scared to make a prediction. Rob, I need you to say you'll eat your hat if the Browns lose. That is the key. Run the ball, see who's play action off that. Bounce back Browns 27-17. Browns win 24-17. I think the Jags win. This is a close game. If they only get 10 points from 3 interceptions, they suck. If you are a Patreon member, you know who I picked already. Now, if I change my mind, that's a different story. That is one of the perks of being a Patreon member when I post predictions on the Patreon page. They know who I picked already. Don't say anything, Patreon members, if you watch the video. But you already know who I picked. You already know. 17-10 Jags. I want Miles to be the big dog. Big dog, stop it. He doesn't get a big dog. Trevor Lawrence gets this. That's what Trevor Lawrence gets. Stop it. Big dog, Myles Garrett. Browns win. Big dog, I think Watson balls out and is the big dog. Oh, you think Watson's going to ball out, huh? Okay. Cooper has the bounce back game. Cooper is the big dog. I feel Miles always up for big dog, but he needs help, and we need the offense to be the big dog of the game. Okay. I like it. Saying a team goes against a cupcake team, and you do not mention. You know what, Randy? You are just a hater. Did you see the team that Georgia played yesterday and barely won? That was a cupcake too. Corey, do you see Anthony Schwartz say that Watson has the most talented QB he's ever played with in the time he was here? I did not see that. I did not see that. I did not. Now, I don't know if that's going to make anybody happy because people didn't like Anthony Schwartz, but that's interesting. The volume needs turned up on the sound effects. All right. Did you hear that? What is Deshaun records with the Browns? Like 11-8, I think. I think 11-8. I think 11-8. Browns 24-20. Big dog. Ward with a pick six. That gets 3 because you said a pick six. You called what he's going to do. Better. That Georgia game had me scratching my head. Tweak Pat. I was thinking about you, man. I was like, I know Tweak Pat is sitting here like, what is going on? We should crush this team. Who is Anthony Schwartz? He's like Juju. That guy you used to like that dance on TikTok. 8-5? He's 8-5? Where'd I get 11 from? Oh, I think I'm thinking touchdown to interception ratio. Thank you, Jix. Yeah, 8-5. It is 8-5. I was getting his touchdown to interception ratio. I think it's like 11-8 now or 11-9. That's my bad. By the way, is Ohio State third in the Big Ten? DW4 has only played 13 games. Can't be 11-8. You're right. It was touchdown interception ratio I was thinking of. My bad. Didn't wear my jersey last week. I want to put James, you didn't wear your jersey? What are you doing? So yeah, I was thinking touchdown to interception ratio. That's my fault. If they play like that and we play like we did against Wisconsin, then yes. Do the little dog sound. It sounded soft. You want a little dog sound? Got you. That's the Pittsburgh Steelers NFL schedule. That's their schedule. So I see a lot of everybody is on the Browns, a couple of Jacksonville Jags in the comment section. Okay. Well. My big dog of the game is going to be the offensive line. If the Browns win, the offensive line is going to protect Deshaun Watson and also is going to block for the running game. The running game is going to be key for the Browns to win this football game. We've got to get some type of running game going. It starts up front. Winning the football game starts up front. Now, I'm going with this offensive line. I have never picked the offensive line to be the big dog of the game, but if we're going to win, the offensive line has got to block, and they have got to get a run game going to help. Deshaun Watson do 45 passes last game. 45. We've got to get that down. We have got to get some type of running game, and I think it starts with the offensive line. I think they got to get it done. That is my big dog of the game. Show up, line, please. We got to win. The little dog goes hard. I refuse to say who wins today on the grounds that my last name. Stop it. Rob, you will. I don't care if your last name is Watson, Jones, Jennings, Favre, Manning, Rice, Moss, Cross, Dusty, Earwings. What does that even mean? You do a prediction. Wear your name with pride. I'm wearing my Bill Belichick sleeveless hoodie. What up, Janet? You're late. I don't think Sean's shoulder is fully healed because in training camp he was saying he had soreness in it. 2 rushing TDs from inside the 5. Deontay Foreman. Is he playing? Is Justin at left tackle? Yes. Got my Corey on sports shirt on. You're forgiven. What up, Eric the Great? I am not happy Baker is doing well because I am so tired of Baker Mayfield fans that will not let him go from being here. They have made me Baker non-fans. Listen, I rode for him when he was here, Jeff, but every freaking time he scores, they got to let me know about it. I don't care. Good for him. I am a Browns fan. That's it. A Browns fan. I don't care. But when they leave the Browns, I don't care anymore. They have made me not like Baker Mayfield anymore. Every time. Oh, guess what happened, bro? He completed a pass for 2 yards. Good for him. But now I'm rooting for the Lions today. They have turned me into a Baker hater, and it's all their fault. So, who wins today? If you were on my Patreon page, if you're a Patreon member, you know who I picked before the game. Now, did I switch it? That is the key. I am very nervous about this game. I don't know if the offense is going to show up. I don't know if the Lions are going to block. Jacksonville's coming off a loss. They didn't look too good against Miami, but they had a lead for the majority of the game. The defense did give up 300 yards to Tua Tagovailoa. So who do I pick? They're at home. They're going to play better at home. Our defense didn't show up on the road. So I'm not going to change my pick from when I picked on Patreon. I'm going to live with it, and I'm going to own it. And I'm going to say the Jags win this game 28-20. The Browns are going to have to prove me wrong. You're going to have to show me that you are light years better than you were in week 1 before I can pick you again. Before I give you my heart and pick you to win a football game. I pride myself on being right. And when I'm wrong, I own it. So prove me wrong, Browns. Prove me wrong. I got Jags 28-20. I keep it real. I have another person that comes on here is going to pick the Browns every game. They're going to go 17-0. They're going to win the Super Bowl. That is it. I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong. Prove me wrong. Go out and win. And now you guys can boo me into an oblivion for picking against Cleveland. I know it's going to happen. Boo me. Curtis, if you loved me, you would donate 100 anyways, because you know they're not going to bench Deshaun Watson. They're not going to bench a $230 million player. That's like having a Bentley and you trading it in and say, you know what? I don't want this no more. Give me a 1986 Honda Accord. It ain't happening. So you said that because you know it's not going to happen, and that hurt my feelings. But it's okay. I still love you. I will see you guys at 1 o'clock. So in 13 minutes. Until then, it's all love.